Hello and welcome to Loving Me, Myself, and Life with me, Jody Misiak. And today I really want to share with you something that absolutely saved my life. Now, there are many, many things that have saved my life. One of the things I realized that I did, and I didn't even know it was a good thing to do, I just did it as a kid and a teenager, was I journaled. I journaled my little heart out. I look forward to finding them. They're at my parents' house still. When I can actually get to them, they're kind of buried right now. But when I can get to them, I look forward to seeing how incredibly far I came. So that was something I did forever. No one ever told me, I don't think, to journal. I just did it because I felt like a really good outlet to let all my emotions out. I was a very emotional teenager. I had some really good highs and some really good lows. more lows than highs, I think. And sometimes I was in the middle. But if I talked to my mom, I probably didn't have many of those moments. Anyways, very emotional teenager. So I was lucky enough that I discovered the journal. However, one of the biggest things that came into my life, and I believe it was after a breakup with a boyfriend that left me, very sad for I didn't eat for almost a month. It was not good. It just hit me hard because at that time I had little self-esteem, and my whole life I always had some obsession with a guy. I was like, if I can have a boyfriend, then I didn't at that time realize what I was doing, chasing guys here, there, and everywhere. And no wonder I never got a guy. I was just so needy because I needed them to feel worthy. I needed them to feel loved. And I didn't realize what I was doing until I look back after actually I think I became an empowerment coach. I'm like, whoa, that's what I did in my childhood, in my teenage years and even my 20s. So when my boyfriend broke up with me, I was devastated. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Why doesn't he love me? And it wasn't about me. It wasn't about him. It was about that we just didn't work. But at that time, it left me devastated. I'm like, who am I? Why? And it just, however, though that moment was the most amazing turning point. And it's when I discovered meditation. Meditation has helped me so much throughout my life. Now, I want to share a funny story with you about meditating. Because when I first started, I think it was when I mentioned earlier that I discovered Wayne Dyer. He was on Ellen, on the Ellen show. And I think that's when he mentioned meditation. I'm like, oh, this sounds good. Let's do this. So at the time I was living with my grandma, and I'm laying in the basement trying to meditate. I'm all serious about it. I'm like, I got to do this. I got to do it right. And this is why I'm laughing, because it's silly. And I'm laying there and my grandma calls down to me, and I'm just like, what? I was just so angry that my meditation, because I was trying to be all serious, trying to be all perfect about it, because at that point it was all about perfection for me. See, I've come a long way. I was so, it has to be perfect, and I lost it, and I lost the reason why meditation, the purpose of meditating, and a state of calm and centered and being and creating a deeper loving relationship with yourself. However, so I struggled at the beginning of meditating and things like that. I personally love guided meditations. Still to this day, I love guided meditations. Anyways, so my biggest turning point actually in meditation was when I signed up for yoga. Or actually, I didn't just sign up. I was at the gym and they had yoga there. So I did yoga. And in that time, I actually got to realize that it's not about perfection. It's about meeting you where you're at this time. So doing it with yoga, I had a really amazing yoga instructor. There's a few, but I had an amazing one, and she did a really great job at the end of class, and just really usually did a meditation and things like that. And that's where I really got comfortable meditating and really understood meditation better than this perfection thing. It doesn't have to be perfect. And it was incredible. And meditation has also been there on so many different life-changing moments for me. So meditation, I was actually meditating It was to Hay House Radio. They did a meditation. I don't know if they still do it, but it was between 5 and 6. And I was laying there. I was meditating in my office. I was just laying there. And then they had a commercial break in between the two meditations. And they were advertising the coaching program that I signed up for. And it was actually funny because before I started the meditation, my thought right before going into laying down to meditate was, oh, how can I help people? Or how can I want to help people, but like, how do I do it? How do I bring it all together? I do all these things, but how can I bring it to one thing? And that's when I laid down and meditated and came across empowerment coaching. And in that moment, I knew, like, it helped me go like, yes, this is it. Like, I was in this meditative state that knew deep down that is what I wanted to do. Meditation has also been there in just so many life changing journeys for me. I also was in I was meditating in a yoga class. It was actually a couples yoga class. It was Valentine's Day, and I was with my now husband. But at that time, it was a month in of dating. It was that moment where we actually just became boyfriend and girlfriend. He called me girlfriend. I'm like, oh, that's where we're at. Okay, cool. Like right before the yoga class. And in that moment, we were meditating at the end, and I could hear my heart say, he's the one. And I almost like jumped off my mat and ran screaming because I was like, whoa, like I'm not there yet. We just made it official that we're, dating like exclusively. So meditation has been there, supporting me on so many different levels and have been there for so many different life changes. And it's been incredible. And I haven't always leaned on it as much as I do now. And, it's come and gone, but I always come back to it because it is an amazing and powerful tool to have in your toolbox as you create a deeper, loving relationship with yourself, and just to help you stay centered and grounded and, just open to the possibilities of life. When you quiet your mind, that's when incredible things can come in and take shape. So embrace this beautiful practice if you can. It changed my life, and like I said, saved my life, is because it opened up space for me to listen from within. So I think I mentioned earlier on a different episode that I used to be so being busy, that I never even knew what I was feeling. I had no idea that I had low self-esteem. I had no idea how much I hated myself. I had no idea that I was using men or the idea having a boyfriend as this vessel for being enough, feeling enough, loving, like feeling like I was lovable. And that it's like, oh, if I have a boyfriend, somebody loves me, that I am good enough. So meditation allowed that space for me to really open up, feel what I was feeling, to come to terms with where I was in that moment. And it just opened up that place that I could start creating a deeper, loving relationship with myself. It was like a real game changer in my life and a real lifesaver. And again, it did come hand in hand with yoga. And that is one of the reasons why now I feel is the perfect time to become a yoga instructor. So that is what I've been doing as well throughout the past few months is training to become a yoga instructor. So it's really beautiful. And I get to even go on a different level. However, like meditation, it's just, there's so much. And if you, and understanding now that meditating can literally just be connecting to your breath for a minute or 2 or 3. Like I use it sometimes when my kids are going crazy, I'm trying to get them ready for bed. And it's like, okay, guys, get dressed, and they're not listening and they're running around. And I just take a deep breath in and exhale. And sometimes maybe I do that for a few rounds. And the funny thing is when I center myself, it usually centers them as well. And breathing has come into a huge part of our own life here in our family, where we have tons and tons of different breathing techniques that the children are really familiar with, and it really comes fun. It's a fun thing, and it just breathing opens the gateway for meditation, which is really beautiful. So it helps them stay centered. Anyways, so meditation can just really help you connect with who you are And like I said, it opens up space. So if you feel like you might be that person where maybe you say yes to everything. Um, maybe for me, I said yes to everything because I wanted to people please. I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I didn't want to cause conflict. And I also realized that I was planning every single minute of my day so I didn't have to be alone with myself. And meditation is a really great start to being alone with yourself. It's about starting, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. To be honest, I don't meditate for hours at a time or even like a half hour at a time. Usually, I think the longest one I have is about 20 minutes. And it's just because right now, with having young kids and things, I might not be able to fit it in. I have little pockets of meditation throughout my day. But meditation definitely has saved my life and the way I look at life, and has really opened up space for me to love myself deeper. And then when you get lost, it's a really great way to reconnect to yourself as well. Because we all have things that kind of like knock us down and things. The other thing is that stress can really take a number on your body. So it's a really great way to relieve stress. And I'm not here to tell you the benefits of meditation per se, I guess. It's just understanding that meditation can really help you connect. And like we talked last week about confidence, it can really help boost your confidence. And it's just really an incredible practice, and it's part of my self-love practice as well. So if you meditate, awesome. If you're like, I've never meditated, that is okay too. It's all about loving where you are. And maybe you try a little bit or you see. But personally, when it comes down to self-love practice, we'll mention that just for a second, is you got to do what feels good to you. And one of the biggest things I discovered was, and I'll go into some of this maybe later about self-care and even like self-love practice, is like let's go with self-care first. So, self-care, you can see like a million things that you could do for self-care. And some of those things might not bring you joy. And like same with self-love practice, you need to do things that feel good to you. Because if they don't feel true to you or feel good to you, then it's not in line with who you are. And you don't have to try and fit yourself into somebody else's box or to somebody else's life or expectations. It's all about doing what feels good to you and creating that deeper loving relationship with yourself. So meditation just definitely, like I said, there's so many other things that have helped me. And one of the things I'm really leaning into is visualization right now. I really love that. I've been doing it all my life, actually. I just didn't realize what it was called. As a child, I would definitely do that. I always thought it was daydreaming, and some of it was definitely daydreaming, and the other stuff was visualization. But yeah, many, many things that have gotten me to where I am today. However, I really feel that meditation was one of the biggest things that really transformed my being into where I am today. But again, there's no one actual thing. But this one was like, if I had to pick one, this would be it, was meditation. Since meditation has changed my life on so many levels, I decided today that I would also share a meditation with you. So if you are in a position where you can do this, great. But if you're driving or you're at work, maybe just, hit the pause button and come back to this. It's a short meditation that you can fit into any busy day. So you get comfortable in a seated or laying down position, whatever feels good to you. Then take a deep breath in and release through your mouth. Do it again. Breathe in and out. And again, breathe in, nice deep breath. And out. Now just let your body sink into the ground. releasing any stress and tension. Just let it go. Now, starting at your toes, imagine a nice, light, and warm glow at your toes. And this glowing light is love. So you're sending this loving light from your toes, working its way up to your ankles. So much love. And in the calves. In your knees, some nice, warm, amazing, loving light. All around your knees. And to your thighs, some nice, warm light. Like it's giving you a nice, loving hug. Not too tight, not too light, just perfect. And into your hips, nice, warm, loving light. Into your pelvis and your buttocks, all amazing, loving light. And then to your stomach and around to your lower back. And then up into all your organs, just so much amazing, loving light. Sending so much love through your body. Send so much love to those organs. Maybe thank them a little for supporting your body in so many amazing ways. And then bring it up into your heart. Maybe give your heart a little extra love. Being thank you, heart, for being here. Maybe I'll listen to you a little bit more. And bring it up throughout your body. Just nice, warm, loving energy and light. And then around your neck and shoulders, just give yourself some extra light and love here, especially if you're holding on to any stress or tension in your neck and back. Send some love there. And then the light goes down your arms. Maybe you carry toddlers all day or lift heavy things. Give them some extra love. And all the way down to the ends of your fingertips. And then back up to your head. Some love, the brain that has so many amazing ideas, that does so many amazing things for you. And then take a moment for your heart and your brain to come together so they don't have to play tug of war anymore. You know, our brains can rule things when our hearts really want something. So take a moment. Just let them be together and make peace with one another, that they're here in the same body, not working against each other. They're here to do the same things, to help you live your most amazing life together as one. Then take another deep breath in and out. And think about all the things you love about yourself. Maybe they're little things, maybe they're big things. Just start thinking about all the things you love about yourself. You are enough. You matter so much. You have come so far. You are incredible. And you deserve your own love, the love that you might give others. You deserve that love too. So allow that light, warm, amazing, loving energy to surround you and hug you gently, and just feel your own love right now. through every cell, through your muscles, through your bones, and let all your organs know that how loving they are. Thank them for being here. Thank your body and your brain and your heart. Give gratitude for yourself and your body, sending it love. Say thank you for being you. Thank you for supporting me and guiding me and loving me when I couldn't love myself. I am so ready now to love myself as I am in this moment. Little by little, I'll love things about me because I am enough and I matter. Again, take another deep breath in and out. Soak in all the loving energy right now. Feel it in every part of your body. And then just do a little scan over your body. Is there a part of your body that you need to send a little extra love? Maybe it's a little stiff. Maybe it's a little sore. Maybe you haven't been so kind to this part of your body. Send it some extra love there right now. Then start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Just slowly sway your body. Just gently move. Take another deep breath in and release. And when you're ready, just gently open your eyes and allow yourself to just be in the awe of love for yourself and where you are in this moment. And just know right where you are right now is where you're meant to be. That you are enough right here, right now in this moment. And you are exactly where you need to be. The love in me sees the love in you. So here's to happy meditating, and I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye for now.